Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be discussing about some common mistakes that you usually avoid, usually make during interviews and how you can actually avoid them. So imagine that you've prepared well for an interview and you have revised your technical concepts, updated your resume, and even practiced answering common questions. But during the interview, you still don't get selected. Have you ever thought why? Sometimes it's not because you lack skill, it's because a small mistake that leaves a poor impression. So the good news is that the most of these mistakes are easy to avoid. So in today's video, we'll walk you through 10 common interview mistakes and show you exactly how to avoid them. So the first one is arriving late. The interview begins before you even enter the room, right? So being late immediately creates a very negative impression. So aim to arrive at least 10 or 15 minutes early. And if it's an online interview, join a few minutes before the scheduled time and check the internet, camera, and even the microphone. And the next mistake is not researching the company. So one of the quickest ways to lose point is not knowing anything about the company. So before every interview, spend minimum of 15 to 20 minutes learning about it, what the company does, its products or services, its values, its recent achievements. So when the interviewer asks, do you know about this company, or why do you want to work here, you will have a meaningful answer instead of giving a very generic one, right? And another thing, a mistake, is giving a long unstructured answer. So many candidates, they keep talking without getting to the point. So instead, organize your answers. A simple structure might work well. For example, you can always follow this equation like answer, example, and result. So this works. I think I have even mentioned this in the previous video. So so clear, conscious answers, it shows confidence and professionalism, right? And the next one is speaking negatively about the previous experiences, which is a big no-no. So never criticize a previous employer or teacher or internship, or even your teammate. Because even if you had a bad experience, you have to stay positive. Instead of blaming others, focus on what you learned. And professionalism always leaves a better impression. And the next one is a poor body language. I think many people, they lack a language and they don't give importance to it, and also they're not aware of where their heads and toes and hands and even the expressions are going and making. So communication isn't just about words. You need to avoid looking at the floor, looking folding your arms, or constantly checking your phone, or scratching your face, or covering your mouth. So all this would give you a very negative impression. Rather, you can just smile naturally, sit confidently, you can maintain the eye contact. You have to listen carefully so that you can give better answers. So your body language speaks before you do. And the next one is memorizing answers word by word. So many students, they have somehow learned to memorize perfect answers from the internet. And but what happens is that when you forget even one word from a sentence, they end up panicking. So instead of memorizing, understand the key ideas and speak naturally. Interviewers, they prefer genuine conversations over rehearsed speeches. And the next one is not asking questions. So at the end of the interview, you will often hear, do you have any questions for us? You simply say no. So which means that you may lack in critical thinking, according to me. So you have to ask thoughtful questions like, what does success in this role look like? So how does your growth graph gonna look like? So what learning opportunities are available for employees, right? So this shows curiosity and genuine interest in a job workplace. And the next one is lack of confidence. So confidence doesn't mean knowing everything. It means staying calm, speaking clearly, and being very honest. So if you do not know an answer, just say, I'm not familiar with that yet, but I'm eager to learn. So that sounds much better than guessing. And the next one is ignoring professional communication. So simple phrases makes a big difference. Use expressions like "Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate your question. It was great speaking to you." Professional communication basically creates a lasting impression. And the 10th mistake and the last mistake that we are looking at is forgetting to follow up. So after the interview, send a very short thank you email, sometimes even a simple message like "Thank you for this time today and I enjoyed learning about the role and appreciate the opportunity." And this small gestures will definitely show professionalism and enthusiasm, and also you will get a response mail, maybe intimating the chances of you being selected or not selected. Right. So you have to avoid these mistakes, and you'll instantly stand out from any other candidates. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone preparing for interviews. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.